AM again, floating through the silence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin. I feel slowly numbing. My body is wearing thin. And there's darkness here. The whole world I fear. And my room must seem to drown. But I won't let cold and we're losing hope. I need her, I need her. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need her. That's when we need each other. 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 When you're falling fast and don't know where you are, you feel the danger closer than your heart. When the weight is getting heavy and the future is unsteady, close your eyes, close your eyes. Think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beating heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need her, I need her. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need her. That's when we need each other. 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 Here I am again, floating through the silence in my cold skin. My body is wearing thin. My fears tell me I'll never win. My body is wearing thin. And there's darkness here. The whole world I fear. In my room I seem to drown. But I won't let them take me down. I
Good day everyone. Today we are streaming one of the biggest 1v1s is Snowyy versus Eliakim. Snowyy being the top player in South Africa, and Eliakim saying he's SSL, and tonight we will see if that is true. And today co-hosting with me is the one and only Ulturism. How are we doing tonight, Ulturism?
I'm excited for this, I must admit. Snowyy has been one of the top players in South Africa for a long time, and recently his run of form has been phenomenal. You know, he's done so much internationally, he's done so much in terms of MMR and actual 1v1 rankings. He has come to the fore in every tournament that I've cast that showed him. You know, Snowyy is consistently an amazing player. I've got so much respect for this guy. And so for someone to come out of nowhere and challenge that sort of ranking and go, you know what, I think I'm pretty good as well. Eliakim has a lot to prove here tonight, and so it's so fantastic that here at EX Gaming you guys were able to put up a bit of a bounty on this and see who can actually come out as that top spot between these two players. And I'm excited to see if Eliakim can come through with something completely unexpected, because to face off against Snowyy, that's a challenge, man.
Yeah, also one of the SA players that could reach SSL, and he's proven himself, as you said, in a lot of tournaments. He's top, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens tonight. What would be your prediction for tonight, Ulturism?
This is the problem when you've got someone who you've never seen before. A prediction comes out from how much you think one team's going to dominate over another team. If it's a super close contest, you're going with a 3-2 kind of thing for a best of 5 here. The fact that we've never seen Eliakim, if he is actually top 50 in the world like he claims, this could be an incredibly close contest, and he should take this 3-2. Snowyy is never someone to write off, so, you know, 3-2 to Eliakim would be what he would be aiming at.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't live up to his skills, then a 3-0 or 3-1 would be completely acceptable here. I mean, Snowyy can dump on pretty much everyone I've seen in the world, kind of thing.
Oh, apparently we have some problems. Boost has been made unlimited.
That would change the way you play 1v1 completely.
Yup.
Holy cow.
That would make things very easier.
Do you think it would be easier, or do you think you'd just get more reckless?
I think I'd get more reckless going for like ceilings and everything. Not that I can do ceilings, but you know, attempting to do them.
There's nothing more frustrating than getting halfway up in the air and realizing you've actually got the control on it, and then you're like, yes, I got this. Dun, 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 dun. Like Space Jam music starts playing in the background, and then you get halfway up and you're like, ah, there's no more boost.
No more boost left. I see you're still in the game.
Right.
You need to just leave there.
Let me do that. All right, so like that's the thing with my predictions for tonight is I actually have no idea where it's going to go, and we do have Deadwood Horseborn in here tonight, guys. If you are interested, he's also streaming. That is fantastic. But here we're going to bring you the best versions of this, and you know, a personal touch here that Snowyy has a lot of place in a lot of people's hearts, and so he's going to have a chance here. Eliakim, though, what do you think about this sort of prediction between the two?
I'm going with the same thing, as he has proven that he has gotten the top 50 spot. But I guess Snowyy has been the top player in SA, and we can't forget about that one. And he has reached SSL, and there we already get Snowyy scoring a wonderful goal.
He reads it so nicely off the side here, and this is what you constantly under threat with Snowyy. He will make shot after shot and make them difficult for you. If you don't respect him at all, he is just going to dumpster on you with the same tricks, with 20 different tricks. He can do it all. And so it's not just can you pull off 1 or 2 decent tricks yourself against someone like Snowyy. It's can you play flawlessly, otherwise this is going to happen to you every 15 seconds.
Yep, and Snowyy is one of those players you should not give space, because he has like amazing car control. He can take it up into the air dribbles, anything. Anything is possible with Snowyy.
You know, when you start to get to top players in the world, top 500, top 50, you start to realize how much control these guys have over the ball, and you can never actually give them the space on it. Now Snowyy going for this nice defense there by Eliakim. But, you know, you've got to be able to do it. We see Eliakim setting up for his first attempt. That's a great bump, actually. Comes off the ceiling, has that second shot, but decides to hold it all the way until he gets to the ground, turns it around, and actually bounces it over the top of Snowyy. Nice shot from him.
That was a nice calculated play. He took his time, decided not to do it in the air because it's, I think, easier to defend in the air for Snowyy, and he was just debated.
But this is where Snowyy is scoring. That was a great play coming out from Eliakim. It's not what you'd consider for most people a high percentage play. You know, he had to get it right the whole way down, but he does, and it was the first time he actually got control. But Snowyy so far has got far more control. You know, he's getting the 50-50s out there. He's being able to pick them off in any angle. And Eliakim has not really respected him. Look at this again. He sort of hesitates in the center instead of making a definite game plan. Snowyy knows exactly what he's doing. He's rotating, he gets the boost, and goes straight up into the air. If Eliakim doesn't read that before Snowyy goes, he's never going to get there in time. So he actually needs to start thinking a lot faster to try and challenge Snowyy.
We're seeing a lot of the goals from kickoff, and like I usually say on my one streams, is that as kickoffs can basically win you the game or lose you the game. It's one of the main things that yeah. It's the main things, basically, in ones.
It's your first opportunity to get an attack. If the other player wants to score, they have to not just turn it from a 50-50. Most of the time, one player is going to come out ahead. And if they come out ahead, they dominate the next 30 seconds of play. You have to wait for them to make a mistake, or you have to set yourself up in a very powerful defense. And like this, he goes off the ceiling, he tries for a fancy shot, knowing that he has to do something fancy to beat Snowyy, and Snowyy just waits for him to make the mistake. If you're going to play against someone like Snowyy, you got to play a good game all the time.
I'm just sorry for the technical issues, just putting up some audio.
No worries. So far we're seeing a minute and a half in, Snowyy 5-1 up, and it's because look at this car control. This is what it takes, and I don't think we can yet say, you know, Eliakim doesn't deserve his place or anything like that, but Snowyy is showing just a little bit of flex. For any of the people here who haven't seen Snowyy in action in a while, I love to see it like this. We see him a lot in threes, and he does a lot in threes, but, you know, sometimes in the chaos of a match, there's so many people doing so many things that you forget what a single player can do and what space they can make. Now we see him challenging from about halfway down the field, and there again, now we see him. This is going to be a goal. Done. Up off the backboard. It was just a single clear that Eliakim had to put high into the corner, and Snowy's able to read it off the wall. And this is a triple touch off a corner read in perfect control. I mean, who does that? I don't know if I'm speaking from inexperience. I don't know if you're pulling that off in every second one of your
Nah,
games,
dude, that's a 1 in a million chance for me. But I think it's one thing of Snowyy is if he has the ball, you need to definitely go into full defensive mode, because his chances of scoring when he has the ball is at least 4 out of 5.
Oh my goodness, the fact that Eliakim managed to read that bounce down off the crossbar was actually really big, but he doesn't manage to get the second clear. He's just, as soon as he makes one mistake, as soon as that ball gets behind him or Snowyy gets an arbitrary touch here, just bounces it past him. Once he's past him, that's it. That's game over, and we get our Brazil at nearly halftime.
Yeah, I think yeah, I shouldn't give positioning away like that to Snowyy, because yeah, odds of him scoring.
And you know what?
Big. Oh, sorry for.
It's huge. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. The odds of him scoring and coming in at that stage it's pretty much 100% at every stage. Here we should see another goal. Just guides it around, catches it so beautifully. Like the delicateness that he manages to pick this up. And considering that's what this game is about, it's who is the best in South Africa. The challenge was thrown out against Snowyy, who is clearly an amazing player. And Eliakim is here with something to prove. And so far we've seen a little bit from Eliakim in terms of when he gets the ball, he can actually make really nice attacking plays. He manages to get some good car control. But so far, you don't miss a wall shot like that against a top 500 in the world player, because he's going to turn around and do exactly the 2 touches that he needs to win.
I wish my shots were that consistent.
But he's in control the whole way. He's not making like two amazing touches. He goes, pushes it towards the center, and then lines up a shot. Takes his time because Eliakim's so far behind him.
Yeah.
It's just about patience, car control. Oh, if he flicks this off the wall, okay, that's just aerial mechanics. That's a set play that he's run 500 times in training modes. That's time and dedication right there.
Double-digit game.
Double digits. So we still got 2 minutes left. Okay, so far we're not looking at the 3-2 towards Eliakim. I think that's fair enough to say.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's just one of those games where you give a little bit of hope, build up the ego, and then try to break it down. And we don't know.
I like that. False sense of security. Bait the early game. It's good. Snowyy could be using this to pad his stats, though. I must admit, I've been seeing a lot of stat stuff on the Rocket League South Africa Facebook page, and everyone's like the so many goals and saves and like goal ratios and stuff like that. Snowyy, after this game, although when you've been playing the game as long as he has, I don't think a single game is like a drop in the ocean for the total stats there. Oh, that's a nice bit of defense coming out from Snowyy. He manages to deflect that shot from Eliakim. Eliakim did well to do it, and now you can see he's just prioritizing possession. He knows that if he gives it to Snowyy, Snowy's going to score. Oh, he pops it off the corner. Snowyy manages to just push it over the net, and Snowyy, he's still got control though, and he flicks it around. Nice, coming off the wall from Eliakim.
Like Eliakim is definitely, he has the power on his shots, but just unfortunately, like Snowyy's defense is solid. It's almost unbreakable. It was just that one goal that was a semi-jabate, as I can say, from the air down to the ground pinch.
You can see Eliakim has the ideas though. There he went off for a definite aerial control, and he recalculated 3 or 4 times to keep Snowyy guessing, and he was waiting for Snowyy to make some sort of commitment to it, and he just lost it at the last second. But that was a decent offensive opportunity for Eliakim. He just didn't get every piece right that he needed to, and when you don't get everything right, sometimes it's better to just do the basics perfectly, consistently, or run it off the roof like that into the top corner. When you can do everything right, then yeah, do whatever you want.
Just go for anything.
Man, I can't believe that there's like ceiling shots with the flip reset coming in there, and it's like one of the least hyped goals ever, because it's not gonna win him the game. Let's be fair. It's not the one goal that's gonna change this game.
Yeah.
Alright, so Snowyy looking to actually get to within 20 goals. I mean, we hit 10-1 with 2 minutes left. He's managed to put 4 goals in, so let's go 17-1. I want to see Eliakim score again though, okay. So 17-2.
17-2. We believe in the one goal, dude.
He just needs one good kickoff. When there's 4 kickoffs coming, like, he's got a chance. Oh, Snowyy pops it up. Eliakim going to turn the pressure, and Snowyy stops it dead in its tracks. Oh, he nearly gets a shutdown as well. That would have definitely been a goal. So Eliakim, no boost though. Going to try and make something out of this. Snowyy gets a touch towards the center. Eliakim baits it out a little bit. Gets a very high flick. That's completely out of his control. Snowyy just needs to read this, pops it over, and he's looking for an offensive opportunity now. A shot over the top, gets a nice flick towards the right-hand post, and Eliakim has to do some work.
Oh, what a power shot from Eliakim, and
that is a pop.
You get your two goals.
There we go. See, he's definitely got the skill, and this is such a nice read and get that instant backflip pop, and it lifts it just over the reach of Snowyy, and so he's got the skills. Snowyy's going to have to do well to get to 17 now, but definitely the 2 goals is promising for Eliakim.
Yeah. I mean, if he can put those two goals and the way he did it into the next games, I think he's gonna be a pretty good challenger for Snowyy. But like I said, Snowyy's defense is pretty solid.
The thing is, in defense, you only need to get it right once. You need to be in the position to get it right at any stage. But when they make their attack, you make one decision. You go and you counter his attack. And Snowyy's Eliakim's just not making good enough plays. His mechanical skills are there. You can see he's been training, but he hasn't got them perfect every single time. And when you don't, then you're just going to give the ball straight to Snowyy. He's going to wait for that one perfect opportunity and then take it and score on the other side. Okay, they're playing on the same team. Let's see, maybe Deaded Horseborn and you versus the two of them. I think that should be an interesting.
Yeah, that should be a fair game.
Fair game?
Easy fair games, dude. No, I think on Snowyy's level that there should be at least one video where we put Snowyy and at least 3 diamonds against each other. Like a musty video, you know? I think
I would honestly not favor our chances if it was yourself, myself, and Deaded all going against Snowyy right now. Look at this. That's a goal. That's a pinch off the side. He goes for the freestyle halfway through, taps it in, 18 seconds in. Like, I think the 3 of us versus him together would actually be a close match.
Yeah.
We can do that. If this goes to only 2 games or 3 games, we can all jump in and just be like, bro, show off now.
Like a Joel, you know? 3v1, hopefully not get clapped. But yeah.
But you know what Snowyy epitomizes to me in the South African community is the growth that you can get here, the skill of the level of players that we've got here, and it's starting to be recognized. You know, if you guys are unaware of the South African Rocket League scene, VS Gaming now has their big championship coming up. You got to be excited about that, seeing a couple of the big teams fighting it out in a properly recognized event.
I myself, not that big, will be competing in the tournament. At least trying with my diamond team, the Woofsters. So yeah.
The Woofsters.
The Woofsters.
I love that name.
Yeah, dude.
Who makes up the Woofsters?
It's
Tell us about your team.
me, Chubbs, and Laser.
Chubbs and Laser. I'll be sitting there. Give me a t-shirt and I'll sit and cast for the Woofsters. I would love to do that. Like, it's such a good sign of the South African Rocket League community that we're getting a lot of people coming through, and people like you to like join with teams and stuff like that. Do you think you guys will take XD or Snowyy specifically?
Let that just be the answer to my question, or to the question. Yeah. So, but they're pretty, yeah, with just Snowyy's one's mechanics. I think. Yeah.
Archer. There we go.
Oh,
come on. He's still got control of it, and he's going to take his time, pop it up, and there's your goal. He takes just 30 seconds, but as soon as he's broken it, he can take as long as he wants. He realizes it.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so Snowyy is your main competition, I would say.
Yeah, and so I don't think because all 3 of us are diamond basically. So I guess we're in your average level team, like at least there. But all the GC teams like Phallus, Snowyy, and Atomic, they're a pretty bulky team. So yeah.
I'm excited for all of these guys. You know, I know all of them personally, and so it's great to see that. Like, I was casting, I competed against a couple of them in the beginning, and they have overtaken completely now. And so to get to see what they're doing, like to see players like Snowyy and Phallus at work, Elf probably coming back into the scene as well. TSG, like you say, is actually ridiculously good. I think he's their captain, Echo. He and I are quite close, and so I've gotten to know these teams and see them, and like the stuff that they're able to do, and the little montages they post constantly. It makes me so excited for what Rocket League this year is going to be.
I think the dream is for the community to get a little bit of oomph back, because I know like hasn't been big tournaments, but I truly believe that the community will come together in this VS Game tournament, and we'll definitely show ourselves and show the rest of SA what the oral community can do.
Oh, that makes me so happy to hear. It really does. Like, I know the stuff that you're talking about is just, but Rocket League has such potential as an esport. That's why everyone, I'm sure you guys in chat are enjoying this, getting to see the different action that's going on here. But everyone here enjoys Rocket League because of the action. I mean, being able to double touch that. Show me the soccer player that has the same draw as a really good Rocket League player and what they can do flying through the air. I mean, come on. The esports potential of this game is fantastic.
Like Skill said to me once, Rocket League is the only esports that will always keep you on the edge of your seat, dude.
Yeah.
Because it can always, anything can happen. It's we've seen the comebacks in the RLCS like history, Comebacks are
yeah.
possible.
I mean, we've seen it internationally, we've seen it locally. Like, there have been so many games, and you know, bracket resets, all of these like overtime goals. You see these montages of goals like 3 or 4 minutes into overtime to turn around and win a series in the last game or something like that. It's amazing to see how quickly things can come. You can see a team like 3 goals up with a minute to go and know that you still have a chance in this thing to turn it around. Because, I mean, when you can put in goals like this, Snowyy just not managing to get that one. 6 goals for Snowyy. But you can turn it around at any stage, and so, like you say, it's 5 minutes of amazing action, and like more than 5 minutes if you're lucky. So quick on that.
If I'm gonna be honest, I've seen and I've rewatched the clip, the Justin clip of him scoring that really, like, it's the clip that you show to a person that does not know about Rocket League. And I'm really waiting for South Africa's Justin moment, if I can say it like that.
Oh, that's what excites me so much is at the beginning of all the tournaments, they normally show like montages, and we're starting to see the montages come out from organizations like you guys at EX Gaming have been putting out so many really cool things that people are doing, and I'm just waiting to get more and more, like you say, of those Justin moments where it's like the Rocket League Championship this year, where there's the final goal of the bracket reset on overtime, 2 minutes into overtime, when it becomes a ceiling air dribble flip reset goal 2 minutes in. Like, that's the sort of thing that I'm going to lose my mind over, and it's going to go down in history in South Africa, and it's coming. I'm sure it is.
We're just waiting for the perfect moment.
Just the perfect moment. So far, there have been 7 perfect moments here for Snowyy in this match. I'm sure he's going to be happy with everyone. I think he's going to be even more happy that he hasn't dropped a goal in this one. So the total so far is 21 goals to Snowyy and 2 to Eliakim. Eliakim setting up for something here. Rolls it, but Snowyy just reads it perfectly. Knows exactly when to attack.
And as we've seen here, is the conspiracy or the thought of Eliakim being top 50 I'm starting to wonder if this could still be true, because it is a rough match. But like I said, you can still just putting on the show, throwing a little bit, you know. Like I said, can.
Oh wow! You expected the full reverse sweep to come out, and we're just going to see Eliakim blaze now through the next games, 8-1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's promising. I like your optimism. Snowyy though, on 1 goal away, 1 game away in the best of 5 from quite firmly, I would say, cementing this challenge down. I'm sure you'd be happy with other challenges coming up, but not today. So far.
The main reason I'm being so confident is I myself play ones a lot, and I've seen the type of comebacks you can get from ones. If you're like 6-5 goals down, even if it's just a minute, it's been, it's, if your kickoffs are just the way you wanted, your 50s are perfect, then and the game is just going your way. That's I just think he needs like a little bit light of confidence, and I think everything will start going his way.
He's got an opportunity now, so like if he can make an early goal into this game, it might be what you need, but he loses it on the wall and Snowyy turns around straight away. So it's a quick-paced match. It's definitely picked up a little bit, but I think it's just running long distances very quickly for these guys. Oh, this dunk. Please get Tommy. He gets it. Oh. He puts it into the top right corner. Snowyy just read that all the way. No way Eliakim could challenge that anywhere. Look how high he comes off. Look how high he hits it off this crossbar.
That is just backboard therapy. Constantly in custom training and just practicing those shots. Reading it from the backboard. I myself struggle to sit in free play for about 5 minutes at most. But these guys do it for hours upon hours, and that's how the mechanics are so great.
Yeah, you know, playing the game will get you good opportunities to learn how people move, learn positioning. Eliakim could score a goal now. He actually gets it off the crossbar. His 1 opportunity so far in the last 7 minutes or so. and it goes awry for him. He's going to be quite upset about that, I'm sure. But it's like you say, it's mechanics. Being able to make a shot like that, you shouldn't be hitting a crossbar if you want to be one of the best in the world. And top 50 in the world is certainly a brave statement to make, and then not be able to back it up.
Yeah.
Hundreds of hours in mechanics. I must admit, I don't think I've ever sat for more than 10-15 minutes straight in mechanics, and that was when my internet went out and I was desperate to play Rocket League and get better. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll play against bots.
Play against bots. Nah, I can remember
1v4 pro bots. When you can do that, guys, you're ready to start competitive Rocket League.
At the start of my Rocket League journey, my controller broke, and I went keyboard and mouse for 2 hours. I at least have 2 hours of keyboard and mouse on Rocket League.
That's what makes you a good Rocket League player. It's adaptable to any situation.
Once again, just against bots.
I wouldn't trust myself 1v1 in a training match. I'd probably score more own goals with keyboard and mouse than...
I think it was a few years ago where it was a 2v2 tournament, and the main thing was there was a surprise. Just as you would join the tournament and the tournament would start, they made an announcement that you can only play with keyboard and mouse. So I took part in this tournament. It did not go well.
Who would do something that evil?
The man,
that's...
the myth, the Capes, the only Papa Capes.
Oh my goodness, Capes. Such a wonderful human being there, but of course he would do something like that. I mean, I think he is a keyboard and mouse player now. Or is he still staying with controller? Because he came from PlayStation, so I assume he's still on controller, but...
Still on controller.
Man. Just to hinder everyone. Except for the 1 or 2 players that I've seen, and they rock keyboard and mouse. They can do everything a controller player can do, but they are few and far between, hey? Special breed.
Yeah, but I can officially say I love my controller very much. I don't want to switch to keyboard and mouse.
Fair enough. Nah, I wouldn't never swap either.
But mad respects to the people that put in the time and effort to get good on playing keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, it works. And if you start on PC and you don't have a controller and you like Rocket League, like, big props to you for wanting to play the game and learning what it takes. Because the controller is a very, very different style, I must admit. And I've seen some very interesting players. The way that they play becomes very different. You know, they don't dive in for things because they don't do as much aerial stuff, but their power shots are ridiculously good because of just the difference in it. Or like their map awareness is amazing because of the mouse. You know, weird stuff like that I've seen come out, and they just change who they are. And I think that's what makes them successful sometimes. They're unpredictable.
I just saw Falliser, the keyboard warrior of South Africa, in the chat, and yeah, one of the people that has proven to be magnificent on keyboard and mouse, and that shows that putting time and effort in training controls on keyboard, and you get that, and yeah.
It kind of proves that if you're saying, oh, you know, I'm just not a GC because I don't have a controller, there are other reasons. It can be done. You know, if you are sitting at gold and you're like, it's just because I'm a keyboard and mouse player, don't get me wrong. It would probably be much easier to learn on console, but you're not going to be a GM even if you got a controller and practice for a year. You got to be able to pull off the most ridiculous stuff and have such good game knowledge. I mean, to get something like GC in ones, you just have to have... You can see what it takes to beat someone like Snowyy. It takes amazing ability and being able to read the game and car control mechanics. Hours and hours and hours of practice. Oh, what a flip around turn.
What?
He just saves that second jump for so long and uses analog sticks to turn him upside down. Then fix it. Okay, so that 3-2 is definitely looking out the way. Are you still confident that Eliakim can bring this back and surprise us? This is still for sure.
like how things are looking now, I'm struggling to get the motivation, or not the motivation, the confidence that he will come back from this. But yeah, I think Snowyy is in it to finish it, and he's doing.
What a nice way. And we do get the Brazil again coming up in this game. We saw it in the first game. So far a total of 3 goals for Eliakim between the 3 matches. I think Snowy's going to be quite happy with how he's performed tonight. And what a nice way for him to warm up for and get that confidence and really just like show off a little bit for his team, going, this is the ranks you're stepping into when you come to Rocket League South Africa. We're waiting for you. We're willing to challenge anyone, but we are here to fight. We are here to play. And we're here to do well, and very, very well. Eliakim's got a chance. He gets the pinch off here. I'm gonna try and read it off. Sorry. Keeps the control. Nope, loses it in the corner. And that's it.
And just like that, like I said in the start of the stream, you can't give position away, because you give it away, Snowy's gonna be there. And that 4 out of 5 shots are certainly most of the time going in.
Man, that's the beauty about it, is Snowy's at 14 shots in this game. That's a lot of pressure. When you're making 8 at more than half of those, you are putting in as many shots as you need to win any game. Like, to be able to then try and counter that by outscoring your opponents, it's not something that you put a lot of money on. But we have put money on it, and it is Snowyy coming out with 1,000 rand. Taking the show match here, Eliakim not managing to live up to his challenge, and definitely casting doubts the way of his claims of being a top 50 world player. And
yeah, tonight we once again, Snowyy showing he's the best ones player in South Africa, and this could back this, and I think the ones tournament from the headed could back it as well, that Snowyy is proving himself to be the best ones player in South Africa.
I'm excited to see the rest of this year with him. Definitely a formidable opponent in the international scene, and a dominating one here in South Africa. If you guys ever get the opportunity to play against him, just appreciate watching some fine work and testing yourself against some of the best in the world, in the most literal sense. Snowyy coming through here with one of the most clean performances that I've seen from him. You know, you talked about even the style of the goals that did come out was a couple of cheeky pinch shots and stuff like that. But the amount of control that Snowyy has is something that's worth watching.
But just want to say thanks to Ulturism for joining us tonight. Thank you for casting with me. It's been a pleasure, and
it really has.
And yeah, we have the outcome, and we know who the best is now. But I think that will be it for tonight's stream. And thanks for everyone that joined us. And yeah, cheers.
Cheers, guys.